We take you back to Jamaica. These are live images capturing Hurricane Melissa's wind and rain already affecting the island nation. And here's some interesting video capturing a shocking sight. Time lapse showing the insane number of lightning strikes around the eye of this storm. Meteorologist Vivian Gonzalez live in the Plex. What an image there, Viv.
Oh, and powerful image of just this Melissa, a monster of a storm, 175-mile-per-hour winds. It's a Category 5 hurricane on the wind scale, moving so slow to the north-northeast at 5 miles per hour, located 115 miles to the west-southwest of Kingston, Jamaica. And this one is going to make landfall late this morning into early afternoon around the southern end of Jamaica. And we're watching the eye because it's finally starting to wobble to the north-northeast. So prolonged periods of heavy rain and destructive winds will be experienced around Jamaica. And you could see this satellite imagery just to show you how well organized and symmetrical looking is this storm. And here are sustained winds in Jamaica. In Black River, there's a sustained wind of 89 miles per hour. On the northern end, winds range between 60 to 70 miles per hour, and it's continuing to produce a lot of rainfall around these locations. Based on the forecast track, landfall will happen after 10 a.m. as a Category 5 system. Some weakening will happen, and then it could re-intensify in this general area, but make landfall sometime tomorrow morning around eastern Cuba, then make its way into the central and southeastern Bahamas throughout the day on Wednesday. Then it should pull away sometime Thursday, by the end of the week approaching Bermuda. Watches and warnings are certainly in effect for Jamaica, eastern Cuba, even the southern end of Haiti under a tropical storm warning. Now, the central southeastern Bahamas are under a hurricane warning, hurricane watch for the Turks and Caicos. And this system promises to be the strongest hurricane to impact Jamaica since Hurricane Gilbert in 1988. Closer to home, we're really lucky here in South Florida that a front's protecting us, some pretty strong upper level winds, but there could be a few spotty showers this morning. Right now, it's mostly dry if your commute takes you through Broward, Miami-Dade, and the Florida Keys. Temperature-wise, upper 70s to low 80s across the Keys, around mainland South Florida, like Fort Lauderdale at 76, 76 for you in Hialeah, 79 in Homestead. Winds are very light at this time. Your boating forecast looks okay today. There are no advisories. Northwest winds expected 5 to 10 knots, seas building up to 2 feet. There's a moderate rip current risk at area beaches, and there could be some nuisance saltwater flooding during times of high tide for the Florida Keys. There's a coastal flood statement. And the next tide cycle will be low tide at 6:56 in Fort Lauderdale, 7:05 in Miami. Look for highs today in the mid to upper 80s with abundant sunshine. There could be a shower or two as a front moves in across the region tonight. As the front works its way down south, it'll be less humid on our Wednesday. Front number 2 moves in on Thursday, and that one will bring us some cooler air for Halloween, so comfortable conditions to wear the costumes. And then we're going to be waking up on the cool side as well come Saturday morning. That's your 7 on 7.
All right, back to Jamaica now, and these live pictures capturing Hurricane Melissa's wind and rain already battering the island nation. And new video here with an eye on Melissa. The 53rd Weather Reconnaissance Squadron from U.S. Defense Department, known as the Hurricane Hunters, of course, flew through the monster storm Monday, gathering data. Meteorologist Erika Delgado live in the Plex with the latest on Melissa. Erika?
Ethan, one of those missions yesterday had to be aborted because the turbulence was so strong. But this is a look right now at Melissa approaching the southwest coast of Jamaica as the sun is coming up. And you can see that eye wall, very impressive, moving closer and closer to Jamaica. And we are expecting landfall to happen later on this morning, as it is only a little over 50 miles away from landfall. Right now, 82 in Miami, 78 in Fort Lauderdale. We're seeing more of those 80s across the Florida Keys with some showers sitting off of our coastline, and we could see a few showers here across South Florida as a front will begin to move into the region later on tonight. Of course, all eyes here on powerful, impressive Hurricane Melissa, still strengthening now with winds of 180 miles per hour. Now, for us here in South Florida, that front will come through later, but ahead of it, it'll be warm and humid, and then a series of fronts will continue to push through. This first front will be a weak one, but it'll bring slightly lower humidity to the area come Wednesday. Then comes front number 2 marching across the state, moving through the area on Thursday, and then we'll see clearing and cooling through the remainder of Thursday. Then finally, really nice conditions on Friday. As far as what we can expect impacts for Haiti and the Dominican Republic, well, we've been talking about the system, so more heavy rain will continue with catastrophic flash flooding, and we're expecting that also across Jamaica as it pushes through. Wind so strong that it could cause infrastructure damage and, of course, cut off all power and communication from the island, isolate even communities because of the storm surge we're expecting not only on the south side, but then on the backside on the northwest end of Jamaica. Land and mudslides will also be possible in Haiti and the Dominican Republic as its system continues to lift towards the north. Eastern Cuba, central and southeastern Bahamas will also be dealing with destructive hurricane force winds with flooding and mudslides, landslides as well. Storm surge will also be a possibility through the Bahamas until Melissa lifts northward towards Bermuda. No advisories for boaters. Winds will be light today, seas around 2 feet, Biscayne Bay smooth. Heading into the Florida Keys, coastal waters smooth to light chop with seas beyond the reef anywhere between 1 to 2 feet. And we do have a tide change happening around midday or so. In 1:34 p.m. will be the high tide in Fort Lauderdale. Key West, you do have a high tide at 4:28 p.m. and we could see some saltwater flooding at that time. High temperatures will be in the mid to upper 80s with a mix of sun and clouds, and we will see some showers later on this afternoon. Still humid tonight. A front will be pushing through the area. Temperatures will still be in the 70s. It'll still feel humid tonight, but you'll notice slightly lower humidity levels moving in by Wednesday as dry air continues to push through. And then we have another front that's going to be moving through South Florida on Thursday. That one's going to bring some nicer conditions because this will be the stronger of the two fronts. So come Halloween morning, we could be waking up in the lower 60s, maybe even some inland 50s across some of our northern locations. High temperatures will remain in the 70s, picture perfect conditions for Halloween, and a really nice weekend is in store for us. A reminder that daylight saving time ends Sunday at 2 a.m. So Saturday night before you go to bed, we turn our clocks back 1 hour, we fall back, and we gain an extra hour of sleep. That's your 7 on 7.